Hey everybody, it's me, Jane B, and I'm coming to you in the evening. And I normally never do this, but you know, sometimes you gotta switch it up. You can't always do the same thing all the time. Let me give y'all more light. Can y'all see me? Hold on, is that better? Can y'all see me? Okay. Well, as you can see from the title, I said that this inspired action led to my success. Because I realized that one of the things I do is I talk a lot about inspired action. Hey out there, hi Daria. I talk a lot about being inspired and inspired action. And sometimes, you know, people like, well, what does that mean exactly? Or how do you mean you was inspired? And some people use inspiration. They use it. They may say God. They may say the Holy Spirit. They may say Allah. They may say Jehovah. They may say whatever led me this way. But the way I explain it, the way I explain it is that it's inspired in the sense that it's almost like a nudge. It's almost like a nudge to kind of do something a certain way. So I wanted to bring an example because I guess giving examples is the best way for you to understand what I mean by inspired action. So, you know, I'm a licensed natural hairstylist. That's what I do. I make people beautiful. I beat hair. I beat eyes. I beat lashes. I beat face. I do all the beauty things. I got you from the neck up. That's what I do, right? And so I do natural hair in 2 locations. I do natural hair in Queens and I do natural hair in Harlem. So in my Queens location, the way I had it set up is that you come and you get your hair done, but you pretty much come with it already prepped, and then I'll just style it for you, right? Because that's just the way the situation was in Queens. Harlem, it was a totally different situation, but that's where it was in Queens. And so I realized that every time I would tell people to, you know, come to Queens, but if you come, you have to be already prepped, and I'll just pretty much style your hair. And then I noticed every time I did that, I would get pushback. Like, people would be like, well, like, they would feel like, well, I don't know what to do, especially if they're going natural and it's a whole transition for their life. You know, they're like, well, how do I do that? I figure I need to put on my glasses so just in case if y'all comment, I can see. Hold on. And so, oh, here are my glasses. Hold on. All right. Ooh, I can see now. Yes. Hey, everybody out there. Hey. And so what happened was, now I was getting the pushback, like I said, from the Queen salon, right? And people were just like, well, I don't know what to do because they're natural and they didn't even really know how to handle their natural hair, a lot of them, and they were coming to me because I was the one with the knowledge and the wisdom and all this other stuff. And so I just got a simple thought, Jane, go get a sink, because I had them coming with their hair already like washed and that kind of thing. And so the thought just came to me, Jane, just get a sink. You know, just get a sink in here, and this way you could just give them the full service that they need, right? And so that's what I did. I just got a sink, did all the piping work that needed to be done to connect the sink, and before you know it, just like in that one little nudge, that one little action, that one little like switching up of the way I was doing things, all of a sudden now just led me to success in the sense of I was able to service so many people in the way they needed to be serviced just from that one action. And so when I say things like I don't believe in hard work, I mean that, because hard work to me always infers that you're going to be doing something that's going to be frustrating. You're going to be sweating by your brows. You're going to hate it always infers like some arduous task, right? So when I was able to get the sink, do the piping work, all the connections that need to be done, it just felt good to me. Like it literally felt good while I was doing this. And as a result, I've had success, and I've continued to have success because of it. And so learning that, though, see, it's easy to put in practice once your mind is already there, right? But if you've been conditioned that you have to work super hard, you have to always, and I do understand that when people say work hard, and I'm guessing that they do mean it should feel good, but sometimes they don't mean that. They literally mean work hard, sweating your brow, frustrated, fearful. No, and it doesn't have to be that way. It really doesn't. First, though, it's a mindset. It's really changing the way you think about how things work. It's the way you think about your outcome. It's changing the way you think about the results that you want in your life. And once you know, that's a mindset, right? And so you have to get to a certain mindset before you can get to the point where you're like, well, I'm just going to go by intuition, because that just sounds too airy-fairy. That sounds too light. And that sounds too, new age. That just sounds over the moon. But I'm here to tell you, it's a fact. It's a fact that you could want what you want, right? You could have intentions, and intentions lead to inspired action. And that's a beautiful thing. Intentions, like knowing what you want in your life, that leads you to inspired action. That leads you to doing the things you need to do. It's like a guidance, right? So if you just allow, right, your guidance to guide you, then you'll get to where you need to get without all the extra, sleepless nights and all that other stuff. Unless your sleepless nights is because of fun, then that's all good. But I just wanted to drop that jewel with you, because I definitely know I use that word a lot. I drop inspired action a lot. I use, I say that a lot, and it could sound kind of airy-fairy to someone who doesn't really understand. But basically, an inspired action is just getting a nudge to do something, or just getting a feeling to do something and doing it. But it's so easy and natural the way that feeling comes about. And then before you know it, you have success in that area. So definitely, that's something you definitely should think about. If your mind is not trained in that way, then that's just something that has to become a mindset. And that's what I do. That's one of the things I do when I talk with people, when I coach people, especially people who are in the beauty business. That's one of the things we discuss. We discuss, just changing your mindset and bringing your mindset in alignment with what you want, and the faster way to get there, how to get there in a faster way. Okay, so you could be struggling to get to where you need to get, or you could just take a straight path to where you need to get, and get there faster, and get there with a smile on your face and not a sweat on your brow. And it is possible. It is really, really possible. So you know who I am. I am Jane B. I am a makeup artist. I am a professional makeup artist and a licensed natural hairstylist. Hey, Angie. And I coach beautypreneurs into retaining their income. I also teach about client retention and, just elevating their business through their services and practices. And that's what I do. So you could definitely inbox me, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. I'm here to talk with you and to take you to the next level. Okay, so thank you so much for tuning in, and have an amazing, amazing day. Bye.